Hi, so this is Wells's Amateur Aquariums, and I'm Joshua Wells. This is my first YouTube video I'm going to make for this channel, and my plan is to continuously make more and more videos to help amateurs with the aquarium hobby like me. So we're going to focus on doing a water change, and specifically using a water change using the Fluval XF4 and the pump to help us do the water change to kind of speed up the process, okay? All right, so whenever I do a water change, I always start by using the scraper tool to get down the spot algae that appears on the aquarium glass. With my tank, I do kind of have highlighting floodlights on this tank, but I do not have CO2. So what happens is there's a lot of fertilizer in this tank that causes algae to bloom. So every week, and you should be doing water changes every week, 50% or so, I go through and I scrape it down with this. Use this scraper. I always just start on the top of the glass, and this will not damage the glass, and I just start from the top and work my way down slowly. And as you get better at this, you can see the path that you've started, so that you're not repeating going over the same spot over and over again. Alright, so now that I scraped the glass down, we're going to go ahead and we're going to begin doing the water change. Like I said at the start of this video, we are going to be using the Fluval FX4 to do that water change. It has this little spigot down here at the bottom that allows you to attach a hose that they include with the package to it, and then the filter itself helps you do the water change. So what we need to do is we always need to make sure that when we do this, that we first unplug the Fluval filter. I need to make sure I get the right one. So now the Fluval filter is off. If you look here, Fluval includes these two on and off switches. This is the in, this is the outflow. So I just want to turn off the outflow. Keep that as low as possible and completely shuts it off. Now what I need to do is I need to undo the safety plug. So I'm going to unscrew the safety plug, take it off, and then I'm going to insert this hose that Fluval has given me with the package. You're going to get that on there. You're going to tighten it down as much as you can, and then all you need to do, as long as you have your 5-gallon buckets ready to go, you should just be able to turn on this valve and the water starts to flow right off the bat. So if we look here, the water is flowing, it's coming through the out tank and then flowing into the bucket. All right, so now that the water is almost the top of my intake tube, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shut off the flow to this tube at the bottom. So I'm just gonna turn that up, and now my flow is going to stop. You're going to want to hold this hose up so that water doesn't escape out. And then you're going to want to undo your screw down there and get that tube off and hold it up as much as you can and dump that into your 5-gallon bucket. You do want to be careful or you will get water all over the place. So that's probably the one concern I have with the Fluval FX process for doing a water change, is there is no good way to really get that tube, get the water out of that tube. So then we just got to make sure we put our safety plug back once we get the tube off, make sure it's nice and snug, and then put your red clamp back and tighten it. To refill your tank, what you're going to need to do is reattach your hose. So again, you're going to have to unscrew your safety valve here, take off your safety plug, put your hose back on, and make sure you get it on there nice and good. And you do want to be careful because this valve isn't necessarily supported super well, so you don't want to be moving it around a bunch if you can avoid it. So now I have my bucket of tap water, and because this is a canister filter, you do not want to just pump your tap water from your sink through your canister filter, it can greatly destroy your biological media, the bacteria essential to get rid of nitrates in your filter. So what I need to do before I do anything with this bucket of tap water is I need to use my dechlorinator. I use the AquaSafe from Tetra. It works just fine. Take a little bit of a capful and dump that into the water. The process of going through the filter should mix it enough where it's not that big of an issue. Now, where I'm at, there's not a lot of chlorine in the water, so it's not too big of a deal. It's more of just a safety precaution. So for using your FX4 to fill up your aquarium, what you're gonna do is make sure you turn off your valve to your intake of your tank. You're gonna turn on your outtake. You're gonna put your hose into your bucket of tap water. And now you're gonna plug your Fluval back in, and it's gonna turn on, and it's going to start the Fluval process when you plug it in. With the FX4, it does take a couple seconds because it wants to get the air out of the canister filter. So it's gonna take a minute or two for it to actually start pumping water through the system. All right, now that we've filled up the tank with the water, we're just gonna go ahead. I've already shut this tap off. Make sure you shut this tap off at the same time you're turning on and opening up your intake valve. You do not need to shut off your outtake valve at any time during filling up your tank. So last thing we need to do, just make sure that this valve is shut off. You do not want to take this off if it's still open. Unscrew the clamp. Carefully take the hose off, and again, it is going to make a little bit of a mess if you're not careful, like I just showed you right there. So try to think of a good way you can keep that hose from getting too much water all over the place. It always helps to have a spare rag lying around, just so you can wipe up any of the mess. So now we just got to go ahead, put our safety plug back onto our valve, tighten that red clamp down so that plug does not leak anything, and we are good to go. That is how you do a water change using your FX4 filter for your aquarium. That is how you do a water change using your Fluval FX4 canister filter. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. If you are not a subscriber to Wells's Amateur Aquariums, please hit the subscribe button, and then also hit that little bell so you can get notifications about when new videos are posted. All right, that's all I have for you today. Have a good rest of your day.